Hey everybody, I am Josh from JNJtabletop. Where's Jake? I'm just going to be doing a solo video. I mean, Jake has done plenty of solo videos. It'll be fine. Okay. I didn't even know you could do that. What are you even going to talk about? We're going to talk about tables again, and I have a book that I want to show off that has some great tables in it, and just give an example of some pre-made tables and the kind of things that you could do with it. I'll watch it, but don't expect me to like, comment, or subscribe. Whatever. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to another video from JNJtabletop. I'm Josh, and today we're gonna dive a little bit deeper into random tables. And the way we're gonna do that is by opening up this book I have here called the Hero Book GM Edition. It's a Kickstarter I backed quite some time ago. Not anything that like we're sponsored by or getting paid to do. It's just something that I backed because I like the product, and it has a lot of good information in there. There's a lot of other products that are kind of similar with like random tables and that kind of stuff that you could find. I'm just using this one because I like it and I have access to it. But basically, we're going to dive into this book and use the tables that it contains inside of it to make an adventure. So basically, I'm going to be rolling dice, and then whatever I roll on these tables inside of this book, that's going to be the adventure. So should be a fun time, and let's just get to rolling. We're going to start off by rolling a location, a name for the location. Essentially, the way this book does it is you roll for a prefix and then you roll for a suffix. So we'll do that, and we'll see if we find anything interesting. So we got 75 for the prefix. That is going to be rand. All right. Let's see what the suffix is. 44, which is Hurst, Randhurst. Okay, that's going to be the name of our adventure location. One of the really nice things that the Hero Book GM Edition has is a quest table. So we're going to roll on this quest table. First, we're going to roll for a goal. So I'm going to roll a d20. We'll see what we get here. That is a 10, which is hunt a rare or dangerous beast. Okay, let's roll for a complication. That is a natural 1. Complication would be attacked by bandits. Roll again for a backdrop. That's an 18. Public demonstration or unveiling. I don't like any of that, so I'm going to roll again. All right, we have a 6 on the goal table, which is explore an uncharted or dangerous area. I like that. I think there's something there. Let's roll for the complication. 17. Other NPC offers reward to abandon quest. Now this is getting interesting. Okay, so we are in the city or town of Randhurst. We've been tasked with the goal of exploring an uncharted or dangerous area. And the complication comes along when another NPC offers us a reward to abandon the quest. Let's find out what the backdrop is. I'm going to roll a d20 for that. That's a 15. And we have plague or widespread illness. All right. I really like where this is going right now. So we're already starting to see some of the really cool things that could happen when you just start rolling on random tables like this, right? So there's a plague or illness going on. Is that happening in all of the land? Is that happening everywhere? Is that something that is known to be happening in this uncharted or dangerous place? Is that why the place is dangerous? And you're being asked not to explore this place. Is that because you might spread this disease? Is it because you might find the cure to this disease? There's a lot going on there, and I really like what's going on here. We're gonna roll one more d20 and just try to find out what the weather is gonna be like. That's a 15. It's a blizzard. All right, we're not talking about Dairy Queen. It's a blizzard. It is gonna be snowy and maybe some whiteout conditions out there. That is definitely going to add some complications. Honestly, I'd say more complications than someone asking you to abandon the quest. All right, so we are in the town of Randhurst. We are getting ready to go out and explore this uncharted or dangerous location. There is a plague or widespread illness going on. There's blizzards, and some sort of NPC is telling us, hey, no, don't go there. I'll give you a reward if you just stay put. Just forget about it. Um, I'm gonna say our next step would be figuring out the name for this location. So I'll say let's go back a couple pages in this book at least, and we're gonna come up with another name. The nice thing about the Hero Book GM edition is it has a standard prefix and standard suffix for names, and it also has an exotic section. So we're going to do the exotic section. I'm going to roll for the prefix, which is a 60. That is mirror. And then let's roll for the suffix. There's a 1, a door. So Mirador. I like that. I think that sounds fun. So our uncharted location is now called Mirador. We have an interesting thing happening right now where now we have some questions to answer, right? And this is something that Jake and I always talk about in our videos, right? Don't always ask the what. Anyone could ask what or answer what. Ask why. Okay. Why do they want to explore an uncharted or dangerous area? Well, maybe it has something to do with this plague or widespread illness. So I don't have any tables on this because this is just something that we're making up now. We're now using our brains to come up with something fun for the information that we had just rolled for, right? So why? Why do they want to explore Mirador? Well, there's a plague or widespread illness happening. So let's connect the two, right? Let's make that background, that backdrop matter. So maybe there's a rumor that there's a cure in Mirador. Maybe there's some way that you're able to cure this disease there, and then maybe you think you could save the world. So that's one of the reasons. How about this? How about another rumor is that the disease or illness or plague originated from there. Okay, let's try to come up with one more rumor, and let's just get vague with this one. We'll throw people off, and we'll just say that maybe this place is cursed. Maybe that's what people are saying about it. So we have 3 rumors for Mirador now. It's possible that the cure will be found there. Rumor has it the plague began there. And then, of course, it's cursed. Now that we spent some time thinking about Mirador and then some of the mystery around it, I think it's time to get into the NPC and figure out who this person is and why they want us to abandon the quest. So let's back up a little bit. We're going to go back to the NPC naming table, and we're going to start and just roll a name for him. See, for her or whoever it is. All right, we got 38. 38 would be Jed, the prefix. And 21 is Earl. Jedurl. Well, okay, 64 is Ova, so we have Jedova. Jedova. Alright, our NPC's name is Jedova. Now that we know the name, let's find out the race or heritage and just learn a little bit more about this person. So we're going to roll a d20 on the race table. Let's see what we get. That is a 3, so Jedova is a dwarf. Every NPC table in Maker is going to be a little bit different on what they have to offer and what makes them special. For Hero Book GM, they have a vocal quality and speech pattern, and then they also have like some positive traits, negative traits, and like quirks. So kind of some cool stuff here. So we're gonna roll the vocal quality. It's a d20. That is a 12. So mumbling. Jedova, the mumbling dwarf. And we will roll for the speech pattern, which is an 8. Long pauses. All right. Mumbling and long pauses. That sounds kind of fun. Okay, what is their profession? 68. We have monk. Interesting. Now we will roll a positive trait, which is 77. Is practical. Okay. And a negative trait, which is 16. Cowardly. All right, Jedova, what's your quirk? We rolled a 12, which is avoids the sun. There's a nice little like appearance table on here as well that just has some fun little add-ons. So I'm gonna say let's roll on this one like 3 times. I have a 51, which is a magic wand. Okay. A 95, which is well worn. So he is well worn. And then a 40, he wears a hooded cloak. So he wears a well worn hooded cloak, carries a magic wand. Okay. There's one last section for NPCs, and this one we may or may not use, but we're definitely going to roll it and see what we get. It's the quest hook section. So let's see what we get there. 27. 27 is escorted by armed guards. That's not exactly a quest hook. 75. Resembles someone on a wanted poster. Now that one I like a lot better. Because you may or may not know, or rather your players may or may not know, that he resembles someone on a wanted poster. But maybe after he offers the reward, or after they accept it, maybe then they see him on that wanted poster. And that just sounds like a lot of fun. Now that we know a little bit more about Jadova, let's try to figure out why this NPC wants you to abandon the quest. Some of the things that just come to mind for me would be like, maybe he's a coward, so maybe he thinks that if you go out there, if you leave this town, you're gonna spread the virus. You know, maybe he thinks that he needs you to quarantine or something like that, or maybe he thinks that if you go to that specific place, you're just gonna unleash something and make it even worse than it already is. You know, maybe he does have good intentions. Another reason, a little more cynical maybe, is that he benefits from the plague. For some odd reason. So maybe he is like, you know, maybe he works in like the pharmaceutical industry and he wants to make like medication, or has, or maybe he's not even in pharmaceutical. Maybe he's not legitimate at all. Maybe he has snake oil that he wants to sell you. That would be kind of fun and interesting too. I don't know if it works for his character specifically, but I think that could be a lot of fun. Those are a couple reasons, but I think the big thing is thinking, you know, one, do they have good intentions? Do they have bad intentions? If they have good intentions, what are those good intentions for trying to get you to stop? And I can't think of a lot really. I think of just, he thinks you're gonna make it worse if you go there. That's the main one that comes to mind, but I'm sure you guys could think of more and let me know in the comments for sure. Or bad intentions. So if you have bad intentions for this, why do you have bad intentions? For me, probably you have something to gain for that. So he's been there before. Maybe this plague did start off in that location and he did something there where he took it and brought it back, or you know, moved one box 3 spaces further than what it's supposed to be, and because of that this happens, and literally all you have to do is move it 4 more spaces or 3 more spaces to the right, and then it'll be fine. Or who knows, there's a number of reasons why someone could benefit from it. And this is the fun of random tables, right? Obviously this is not a completely fleshed out adventure, and we're going to be here all night or all morning or all day if we really try to get into all the details of this. And maybe we'll do another video where we actually finish that up. But for right now, just rolling some random tables. We figured out a pretty cool little setup here. Your players are exploring the town of Randhurst when suddenly, in the middle of a blizzard, they find out that this town is just run down with a plague. And asking around town, they find out that there's an area nearby named Mirador. It's an unexplored location. It's supposed to be very dangerous. Not many people know a lot about it, but what they have heard is that a cure might be there, or maybe the plague started there. But if the plague started there, you could learn a little bit more about it. You could learn how to cure it if you learn how it began. One thing you know for sure is that the place is cursed. Before your players actually make it out to get to this place, they are run into by a dwarven man in well-worn hooded cloak, uh, carrying a magic wand, and I imagine that magic wand to be literally like a stick with a star, and it's purple. I don't know why. But Zhidova, and he comes mumbling with these long pauses, and you could tell he's just hiding from the sun in his hooded cloak, and he tells you not to go there. Why does he tell you not to go there? I don't know, but he's giving you some sort of reward for staying instead of going to this place. Um, that's that's a hook. This is what did you spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes just going through, just rolling tables? You can come up with some really fun stuff like this. So, like I said, we're not sponsored by Hero Book or anything like that, but I'm going to put their link in the description, the doobly doo for this video, because it is a pretty cool company, and they have books for players and books for DMs, and there's just some fun stuff on there. So, definitely check them out. If you have any questions about anything, then just please let me know in the comments. And if you have answers to any of these questions that I put in here, throw them in the comments section below. That first one that I rolled that I didn't really like, if you came up with a really cool idea based on that, throw it in the comments below. Let's talk about this. Let's make some adventures together. I feel like that'd be a really fun conversation. So please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And we'll see you next week. Have a great day. One of the really nice things that the Hero Book GM edition has is actually a quest table. So we're going to roll on that right now. We got a 63, and the quest table is a D20 table. So we are going to do that again. One of the really nice, and so I'm just going to be rolling